What's going on, guys? So in this video we're going to talk about Jesse Kottons' winning deck list from YCS Sacramento. I think this deck is actually very interesting. It's not a cookie cutter list like you typically see, and I'm not hating on people for net decking. I'm just saying a little creativity sometimes goes a long way, and in this case it rewarded him with a YCS win. Two main points in the main deck I want to talk about are choosing to play 47 cards for one, and I'm guessing this was the 47th and 46th, or 46th and 47th rather, and I'm assuming it's just for siding purposes. So that's a little interesting, and a big focus on the Bistials, 5 Bistial count. But I'm wondering if maybe in retrospect he would change this and go back to 45. That way he could just side these, because what we'll see in the side deck is Protos and Nemesis Flag, which is pretty easy to get into with Beatrice still around and the Fiendsmith. But I'm wondering what matchups he really used that in, because his deck uses darks and fires, and most of the meta decks right now are utilizing darks and fires. Also lights, you kind of need those. I guess once you build your board, it's not that big of a deal, but Protos still has to destroy something. I'm assuming he just used it for darks. Probably the UBL matchup hurts them more than it hurts you. I didn't see any of that. I'm very curious to know if that helped any, because that's a very, very unique choice. Also, the hang traps, if you notice, he's not running Droll anywhere. No back row hate at all, which I'm scared to death of losing to a stupid back row deck. I'm scared to death of Labyrinth. I'm scared to death of just running across some random Eldritch deck, playing 50 Floodgates. So that's pretty bold. But I guess, his goal was, hey, I go first, I win. I don't care what they have game 2. I go first again, I win again. I guess that's kind of the thought process here. And if I can draw enough cards, I can extend. But I do wonder in this deck what he did against skill drain. Did he just auto lose to skill drain here? Because he's not even playing but one ogre. So I don't see any way, and there's no board breakers. He's not playing droplet, dark roll, nothing, none of that. He chose his little flex spot instead of access code to be Kikinashi Fucho, just for Tempai, I'm assuming. So that's another interesting choice. But yeah, I mean, cross out standard. Dogwood, of course, Phantasme. All of this is, like I said, Phantasme is pretty interesting. Over back row hate, I feel like maybe just Cosmics there might do the trick. But I guess when you're playing 47, you really need that draw power going second. You need to guarantee some draw power. So the chances of seeing either Perulia or Phantasme are pretty good. So you're going to go, worst case, +1 or 2. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. I mean, the decks, it worked good. It obviously performed well. But I wonder what direction this deck's going to take after the Beatrice ban. If it gets banned, hey, everybody's trying to preemptively ban this card. Don't be surprised if it doesn't get banned. It didn't get banned during tier format. And the card was arguably better. It was arguably better. I can't talk today. It was arguably better. So, we'll see, but I think right now what it can enable and the ease of a level 6 engine to get into it, this is much easier than Malicious. Having to mill Malicious randomly, or it's not the same. So, but anyways, what do y'all think about this deck? What would y'all do differently? I know it won a YCS, but there's always room for improvement. And what do you think could be tweaked on this deck to really make it insane? So Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.